Today, our meals are fast, processed, and disconnected from nature. But what if we looked back to the Vikings, a people who ate with the seasons and survived on what the land and sea provided? Forget the myths of endless feasts and horned helmets. The real Viking diet was practical, resourceful, and surprisingly modern. Archaeologists have uncovered a story of survival, robust, seasonal eating, and making the most of every resource. Vikings didn't have supermarkets, their menu changed with the seasons. Summer meant fresh greens and seafood, autumn brought grains and livestock, and winter relied on preserved foods. Their kitchen was about resilience, not luxury. They hunted, fished, foraged, and cultivated, building a powerful society on wholesome, sustainable food. This way of eating fueled their legendary journeys and harsh lives. The Viking diet isn't just history, it's a lesson in nourishment and sustainability. Let's discover what we can learn from their table. So what did Vikings actually eat? Their diet started with what they could grow: barley, rye, oats, turned into dense breads, porridges, and stews. Barley also made their staple ale. Their gardens grew cabbages, onions, peas, and beans, simple, nutritious, and filling. The sea was their greatest resource. Vikings were expert fishermen, catching herring, cod, and haddock. They preserved fish by drying or salting, creating stockfish that lasted through winter and long voyages. Foraging was essential. Berries, nuts, wild greens, and mushrooms added variety and nutrients. Meat was valuable but not always central. Cattle, sheep, goats, pigs, and chickens provided food, with nothing wasted. Game like deer and wild boar was hunted when possible. Most meals were hearty stews. Grains, vegetables, and bits of meat simmered together. This one-pot approach was efficient, nourishing, and perfect for sharing. The Viking table was about making the most of every season and every resource. Their diet was diverse, local, and deeply connected to the land and sea. It was simple food, but it built a strong people. That's the real Viking feast. Why look to the Viking diet for health? It's free of ultra-processed foods, just real whole ingredients. Their meals were high in protein and healthy fats, especially from fish rich in omega-3s. Meat came from animals raised naturally, making it lean and nutritious. Whole grains and vegetables provided plenty of fiber for gut health. Fermented foods like skyr and pickled veggies added beneficial bacteria. Eating seasonally meant food was fresh and nutrient-rich. The Viking way wasn't a trend, it was survival, but it's also a blueprint for health. Modern science now champions many of these principles. Eating like a Viking connects us to nature and supports a healthy body. Sometimes ancient wisdom is exactly what we need. Adopting a Viking diet today isn't easy. Some flavors are bold and ingredients can be hard to find. It's not a diet of convenience, it takes time and effort. But you don't need to go full Viking overnight. Start small. Swap white bread for whole grain rye, eat oily fish twice a week, or make a big pot of barley stew. Shop at local markets for seasonal produce. These simple changes reconnect you with real food and the rhythm of the seasons. The Viking approach is about more than food. It's about slowing down and appreciating what you eat. Try a bowl of porridge with berries, or grill fresh fish with root vegetables. Discover the satisfaction of eating simply and well. You don't need a long ship, just a willingness to try. Unleash your inner Viking and find a stronger, healthier you.